Okay, so I have here a tiny task. I'm setting the stage for the rest of the session, and because we have here customers that already know Dynatrace, that know what we are about, but we also have on the room a lot of people that is hearing about Dynatrace for the first time. So my mission today will be to introduce Dynatrace, try to cover some basic ground around what we are offering, and just revealing a bit where we are going. And of course, my colleagues on the following sessions will go deep into some of the aspects that we are taking care here today. So, who knows me, know that I start with this slide. And we will come back to this later, but I just ask you to pay attention to the sentence in our mission. For those who know Dynatrace and believe we are a monitoring company, APM company, security company, cloud automation company, business analytic company, yeah, we are all of that. But we deliver answers and intelligent automation from data. Just think a bit what can follow inside of this scope. We have a purpose, and our purpose is to enable flawless and digital transactions, and secure digital transactions. That leads us to our vision, a world where software works perfectly. We all would love that. Where are we? As George said, we are in a world that more and more lives around apps. Business, our personal life, depends on apps. And this is where apps live. Not here, it's everywhere. Long goes the time where we had our enterprise data center where everything was there. We can see it, we can touch it, it's there. We know where it is, we can protect it, we can control it, we can set some monitoring around. But then things go on this direction, and everything is interconnected. Everything works connected to some app, external partner, anything. So the world became a picture like this, where everything is interconnected and it's spread around everywhere. And a recent study shows that 80% of the companies are using cloud-native technologies, starting, adopting, doing something, if not a lot. But this created a problem. And the main problem is everything became dynamic. 30 years ago when I started to work, it was easy. We had a few physical servers, we set some monitoring here, there, and we knew what we have to check. Then things evolved and we reached a point around 1996 when VMware appeared. There was already virtualization on the mainframe world, but VMware appeared and everything became a bit dynamic. But it was okay, it was controlled. Then things continued to evolve, and today everything is dynamic and containerized. And this creates a complexity that goes beyond what we are able to see, control, or monitor in dashboards, with alerts and things like that. Already said, the volume increases, not only the volume, the variety of data that we are getting from our apps, it's changing and increasing dramatically, creating strains across the entire organization. Because business is now more digital, and because business people are creative and we need to innovate in our business to keep on the edge, changes are required because the world changed, because our customers change, because our needs change. So we need to adapt and to change. And long goes the times where we had the new capability once a year, then twice a year. Companies are now releasing new capabilities and features to their end customers on a weekly basis, some on a daily basis. Something new needs to come in and kick in, and you need to develop, prepare, and do everything. Maybe someone here on the room can resemble on this. Apps become more important than ever, but there is one point. I'm still trying to find a company that can tell me that our resources to do all of this keeps increasing, and we have all the people that we need, and it works. We are faced every day with the need to do much more with the same resources, sometimes with less. So, still a stress. So my question is, where are you? Where are you on this journey? Are you adopting new technologies? Is your transformation accelerating? How do you monitor your environments and your applications and your end-user journeys, your users? What are your future plans about automation and automating operations? Some answers. Okay, it's complex. Let's do something about it. Let's do cloud monitoring. I'm going to the cloud, and of course there is monitoring tools on the cloud. And we say, okay, I want that tool. And you have some compliance requirements, some security requirements, and you need to ingest logs, keep logs. You need to manage logs. You need to monitor the network. Okay. If the network goes down, everything goes down, right? Yeah. So we need to control that. And by the way, somebody said that applications are important. Is the performance of the applications important or not? Yeah. So let's throw into the basket an APM to manage the performance and control how application behave. And after all that, someone comes and says, we need to automate our operations. We need to make it more agile, efficient. Another solution for AI ops. And how is our application responding from the other side of the world? Let's do some synthetic monitoring across the world to see how it works. And middleware monitoring and server monitoring, and you can name a few other tools. It's not unusual to go into a customer and the customer returns to us saying, I have 45 monitoring solutions ongoing and running on my environment. So, this has been like this for the last 20, 30 years, that people are playing around with monitoring tools, since ever. Does it work well? Okay, I will leave for you to answer. More recently, a new thing appeared on the market. For us, it wasn't new. You will see it later. And somebody said, observability will solve every problem. We bring metrics, logs, traces, we put all together and we solve all of our problems. Really? I don't think so. First, it continues to be a massive manual effort. You need to bring all of that. You need to make sense of the noise. You need to filter all that storm of data, of metrics, of alarms, SMP traps, whatever. You put everything into a big data lake, data warehouse, database, whatever, and then you still need to find the answers. You still need to make your own queries. You still need to set your alerts. You need to do everything manually for this complex, dynamic and changing world. So, after some time, you get frustrated because you're not getting results. And when you get some result, you don't know the business impact. Sometimes problems are only found when they get to production. Wouldn't it be better to find problems before they go to production? I'm sure it's better. So we believe a new way is needed. You need to go beyond dashboards. You need to have something with AI at core that can do the heavy lifting for you. That can provide you answers. Remember answers from data from the beginning? Not alerts. You need answers. You need to make sure that you have continuous automation. Just by doing it manually, it's impossible. It's too big, too complex, too dynamic for humans to cope with. You need to have it in context. You need to see it all. Is there any part of your IT environments that is not important for the applications to run, for the business to run? If it's not important, maybe it shouldn't exist. It's just there eating the environment. So this needs to be end-to-end, full-stack observability, intelligent observability. And if you forget to have something that enables your teams to collaborate, then you keep doing the old way, in silos. Some will create, some will keep, some will support, some will fix. Businesses on one side, marketing on the other, not talking about the same language, about the same goals, and how to achieve them. And of course, all that we do is to make sure that our users, our customers, are happy. So we need to understand how is their experience, how are we serving our customers. And by the way, taking some business analytics real time to measure how our business is being impacted by innovation or by problems. This is what we deliver with Dynatrace. There are 5 pillars for our solution. It all starts with the one agent, a fully automated discovery, real-time continuous discovery agent that sits on the hosts, and without zero configuration, near to zero, you need to install it once, that's it. It brings all the information we need into our environment. Supported by our patented technology, the PurePass, to track transactions end-to-end. Altogether, we'll build our topology map, that is the Smartscape, vertically and horizontal dependencies, mapping everything real-time. It's not a discovery process that occurs once a week. It's a continuous ongoing process because everything changes every day dynamically. And all of this is supported by our patented technology, Grail, that is a data lakehouse that we'll learn a lot in the future about it, that enables and gives us the power to process these billions and trillions of dependencies real time to provide you answers. Davis, our AI, works on top of all of these to provide the answers that we represent. Of course, we need to have our platform organized in a way that makes sense for the different stakeholders inside the company, because who has the responsible of infrastructure wants to see it in a way, wants to get information in a way. So it's one platform, but we present it inside with different areas that make sense for the different users inside of the platform. And we address these scopes: infrastructure monitoring, application and microservices, application security, digital user experience, business analytics, and cloud automation. The Dynatrace Hub, it's what allows connection, and it's where where our community deposits those things that allow us to connect outside of the one agent. Intelligent observability is achieved not only with trace metrics and logs, but you need the topology. You need to understand the behavior of your IT and your users. You need to get deep code visibility, metadata. All this through an open platform to integrate the rest of the world. After you have everything monitored and integrated in your environment, there are still things that depend from outside that you need also to integrate to make sure that your IT works and your applications and your business runs smoothly. We have a coverage of more than 600 supported technologies, ensuring that we can cover almost every environment in your IT. And, of course, on all the different platforms where business runs. So, is it hard to get Dynatrace to run? Not really. We have some examples. An insurance company that started the project, and in 3.5 hours, we had 18,500 hosts being monitored. That represents 13,000 services and 454,000 processes. After 3 hours, the customer had the full view of their environment. And Davis was already working on that, providing you answers about the problems that were ongoing. No manual configuration of thresholds, alerts, storms, and nothing like that. Everything fully automated. I'm getting a sign that I have less than 2 minutes, so I need to speed up. Go beyond dashboards. When you get a problem identified by Dynatrace, you don't just get a message saying you have a problem. You get the message that tells you what is the problem, what are the impacted users. You have a root cause analysis and the explanation for that root cause analysis. How Davis ended to that conclusion, it's explainable. It's not a mystery. You're able to run visual resolution past because some problems appear. They exist for 10 minutes, then disappear. They have an impact, and then nobody can trace it. Dynatrace keeps that. And not only tells you what happened, but it shows how it propagates across your environment. And because of all of this, if you have several problems, you can prioritize what are those problems that are impacting your business, and those are the ones that you should pay attention first. Easy to understand. A switch have a port down. If it has no impact on the applications, you should take care of the problems that have impact on your applications and your business. And then you take care of the other problem. If you have just a monitoring solution ongoing, you will get alerts for everything, and you have to figure out what is important or not manually. And because you are getting answers and problem identification, for many of those problems, why not automate the remediation? Directly on Dynatrace for some of those, or integrating with platforms that have the cookbooks, the scripts, the workflow required to solve the problem. And then you can trigger self-remediation. Important to make sure that all different areas of your organizations work together, collaborate over a single source of information to make sure that you're efficient, that you collaborate, instead of having war rooms where everybody have their own monitoring tools saying, I'm okay, everything is green, I'm good, it's not here, and we have the user on the other side without service. It happened to someone? And about security. We have introduced security last year, real-time risk vulnerability detection. And this is not about what is sitting in your libraries and your servers that is being scanned once a month by someone and said you have some vulnerabilities. These are vulnerabilities that are detected for those things that are running in real time. And because Dynatrace knows your environment, not your neighbor environment, your environment, it can tell you not only that you have the vulnerability, but what is the risk associated. Because that server and that application have an external connection to the internet. It has connection to database with sensitive data, and this and that. And because we have that information in context, we are not only detecting the vulnerability, we are able to block the vulnerability, any attack that is exploiting that vulnerability, but also telling you, look, this one is the most dangerous, is the highest risk because of this and this and this. Fix it, or you trigger some self-healing because we also present you for that vulnerability where is the repository to patch, to upgrade the kernel, whatever, in order to make sure that you remediate. Instead of running a vulnerability scan that will tell you that you have 1,000 risks per server, and those, some are not being used at all, not even running in real time. It's a library that is not loaded. Not forgetting about the business. On top of all of this, we are also able to provide you real-time business analytics about what is going on your business. And if there is a problem, what is the impact? How much money are we losing because of that? And if you innovate and you have something new on your platform, and that translates into more revenue, you can see that link and that relation between the increase on sales and that new thing that was released last week or yesterday. On the same platform. It's not a new deployment, it's not a new project. All of these, it's from the moment that you start deploying the one agent. By the way, deploy it once and you never again need to do anything about that agent. Some numbers. I will not read them for you because, of course, these are just examples and you can take conclusions by yourself. Thank you.